Hi everybody. Been quite a while, and today I want to share a beautiful video. I stand for unconditional love. And I brought this angel out here. If you notice that the angel wings are shaped into a heart. And in the middle, there's you. You don't have a soul, you are soul. But this is what you become. An embodiment of love, sharing that love with everyone, every situation, wherever you're at, sharing that love and being that love. And it starts in your heart. And so, since it starts in my heart, I'm going to send it out to all of you right now. Feel that love. Feel the warmth in your heart. That's where you should be working from and reacting from, because that's your natural state. So I'm going to say again, I stand for unconditional love. So with that said, how can guns or mass weapons of destruction fit into the equation of love? That is, brothers and sisters and unity equal love. That's the equation. Brothers and sisters and unity equal love. I stand for love, the light of the source. I stand for joy, peace, awareness, which will give you health and longevity. And I really believe, I want to add in there, that because I function from my heart, I stay healthy. It may sound like it's out there, but yes, I eat the right things, I drink the right things. Everything that I've taught all of you, everything from Mother Earth, always going back to nature. However, I really, truly believe there's people that live much into their old age and they're doing all the wrong things. But the one thing they do have is the joy and the love and the peace and the happiness. So love is so important to all your trillion cells. Stay in your heart. So how can anything that is negative fit into the beingness of love? I want you to think of that for a moment. In the Bible, it stands that everything is predestined. So how can anyone stand against any religion, culture, or even politics? What are you standing against today? All great masters taught how awareness, love, and peace in the present moment, stating that that is your gift. Every master has taught. That's what we have to come back to. Love is your highest gift. That's the best gift that you could give yourself. Loving yourself and loving others. That's the best gift. Open it up. That's opening up your heart. That's your gift. Open it up. As you are in your heart, in love, then you arrive at the awareness from moment to moment. And that presence, you react. It'll lead you to react from that place. If you just climb down from the imprinted many files that you have in your brain. I'm not perfect. And at times I have left my joy of love and have taken an angry stance and disagreed or in disagreement against a person, place, or situation or thing. Have you ever gotten angry and maybe thrown a dish or something like that, or hit something? We have to have reverence for that, because the light travels through everything. It's just a denser, compact thing. And when we do that, when we get into those negative situations, you're allowing the soul that you are to falter. Even in looking at politics, it is what it is, intended to be to break down barriers and come back to love. Was killing each other, seeing the murders, and even in that, and warring and all that, should actually lead you back to empathy and back to love for a better world of peace. And stand for love. I am choosing to stand for love, not against. And there's been some words that I've used here, and it's just to help you all understand the difference of what it feels like when you're in love with the light, feeling in your heart, and also what's it like to actually say, I stand against this, which is behind that phrase, there's anger. There's fear that you may be wrong or you may be right and the other person is wrong or they may be right. It all stems back to the fear. Okay? I stand for love, not against any person, place, or situation. Years ago, I knew I needed to express that love. And I planted those seeds daily by saying, I love you. But really, truly feeling it in my heart. Do you? When you say, I love you? It's about feeling all emotions, even negative ones. If you feel it, it will lead you back to love. The minute you feel your emotion, even the anger, if you could stay with it long enough, it'll disperse. You'll see what file in your brain that you're reacting from, and you'll come back to love. So I continue on the process of being the embodiment of love in my trillion cells. Each little cell has memory. In fact, as a cranial practitioner, Dr. Upledger said, the issue is in the tissue. Every little cell remembers, especially your fascia. I stand for love, and my love and my home steady in love and unity, in love and beingness, in love and the core of beingness connected to divinity. I stand for love. What will you stand for today? But when you answer this question, ask your heart. National Institute of Health, they've done some science research on the heart. And you can look it up, heart math solutions. And I did a talk on that, but I'm not going to go into that now. But just take my word for it. They're finding out the heart is the leader, the one that sends the messages to the brain, not the other way around. When you do it the other way around, you're going to get heartache. Really, honestly, heartache. So it was the first one created as you became a baby in your mother's womb. And it's really, their science is finding out it's really the brain. So ask yourself, what will you stand for today? And ask your heart. See what it will answer. Coming from, either it's going to come from your imprinted mind if you're thinking with your mind. Files of fighting or arguing with your brothers or sisters in situations. Or will it come from the heart, which shows that other person is part of you. And they're teaching you something. They're mirrors for you, what you need to take out of your heart and your mind. Okay? We're all one. I keep on wondering when people are going to realize they're doing DNA testing. I just did mine. It was great. To show your ancestries and who you're connected to. And yet people are doing this and they're still dividing and conquering with their brothers and sisters. We're all one. We're all interconnected. It shows now how anyone could be a brother or sister cousin, and mine has showed first cousin, second cousin, of course my sister and siblings, but then, you know, second, third cousin, and so forth and so forth and so forth. We're all interconnected. So how can anyone deny that now? If it's on a physical reality, we're realizing we're part of each other. Pick your battles carefully, softly, quietly, reverently, silently, or you will falter and feel awful afterwards. I'm sure Many of you have had disagreements, especially with the politics, maybe lost family or friends. And how does that make you really feel? Horrible. I'm sure. There's just no way about it. And if it doesn't make you feel horrible, then it's going to make you feel angry, which is terrible for your health. For your emotional, your mental state, for your spiritual state, for everything. It's going to make you not in a good place. I have many, many times in this classroom have faltered. I'm still learning, but I rather learn in love. Keep on picking myself up each time that I falter. And just like a habit, you know, it takes 21 days to change those habits. For my process, it's taken much longer than that. Our brain has plasticity. So let's say that you're constantly angry and you do affirmations to change that. I am peace instead of anger. And I allow, because sometimes you want to stay in that place. And you do that for 21 days. It becomes a new neuron pathway. But here's the kicker. If each time you get angry, you feel it and you let yourself release that and come back to love, eventually your trillion cells will get it. You'll become love. And what is love? Love is light. So there will be no place left in your body for that anger because you become love. So I continue to practice that. So literally speaking, I know I am standing for love. The I am. The love that divinity is. I see the true meaning of falling in love. And it is with Creator. Because that love and falling in love with Creator, with Source, is my home. Of love and heart. Falling in love with joy and health, abundance, acceptance, and peace. So I stand for love. I am love. How could I actually do anything else than be love if that's our natural state? It is your natural state. We have just forgotten. You have forgotten. I thank God every single day for back in 2004 when I had the shift and I remember who I was. I was very angry first, seeing all the things that I had been imprinted with, trying to be upset about that. And then I really started cleaning. I started doing my internal cleaning. One of the biggest ways is through meditation and through feeling. Actually allowing myself to feel all the negativity and seeing my responses before I knew that I was that love, light, soul. Just like a computer gets a virus, our imprints from the outer world are our viruses. We need to clean it. Is done by feeling, seeing how we get the negative feeling reaction and releasing it and coming back home to love in your heart. But have it hit the delete button in your brain. Having the brain follow the heart, science is catching up, like I said, and arriving at your heart. Send messages to the brain. Once you get to the heart, it sends messages, and then it releases everything. Once you get here, you're able to erase that negative emotion and stay here. So the argument comes to stop. I've seen people arguing before, and I've told them, you know, both of you are love. You know you both love each other, so let's stop that right now. And it stops in its tracks because love is the answer for everything. I stand for love. Will you? Will you stand for love? Or are you against? Or what do you stand for? Start looking at what you're against. Why do you feel like you have to conquer somebody? Or something, or some situation? Why do you feel like you have to make yourself right? or compete. At one time, I wanted to come up with a game that was a win-win situation, that kids could learn how to win-win rather than one win and one lose. Every time we don't react from love and that game of I'm right and you're wrong, we're losing. We're losing. We're losing the love, the light that we are. A person had me feel, and this is a result of this video today. As I told you, I'm not perfect. A person made me feel like I was against something. And instead of standing for love, I really bit into that, saying I am against this and there's no way possible that you're going to change my mind on it. But I caught myself. And this is the result of that. Love conquers all. Rather than have negative emotions, can it be love? But love conquers it in a soft, loving way for everybody involved. Divinity puts angels in front of us and teachers that you may see different opinions, not eye to eye. And if you have heart to heart, you're going to see that you both are love. And you could still discuss whatever it is that is bothering you with that other person, but you'll come from a place of love and a softness, and you won't lose your friends or family members. In this instance, my heart opened when I realized, because I catch myself, and my eyes had me see. I got caught up in against and taking that stance against and instead of love. It's funny. People see as you become more loving. A person, while I was shopping, told me, "Can I tell you something?" And I'm pretty open to everybody. I said, "Yeah, fine. Why not?" And they said, "I see a new you." Now, this person didn't know me from nowhere. But I've really been working on being that love light out there. Being of service, helping people, and expressing myself and reactions always from love. And that person said, "I see a new you." It left me pretty well in shock. I didn't say thank you. I just walked away and stayed in shock. Couldn't understand it. I didn't know what it really stood for. I think they saw that expression of love. Are you renewing yourself in love? Or are you doing what everyone else is doing? Following the things of this world? Fighting, arguing, I'm right, you're wrong. Pulling files from your brain to react from conditioning and brainwashing that we've been done. So I ask you again, what are you against? Don't be against your true nature of love, peace, and joy. Can you be renewed? I know you can, because you already are love. Or are you to repeat history like everyone else? And don't we keep on repeating history? Goodness. War after war against brothers or sisters. We keep on repeating the same thing over and over again. Becoming self-destructive. How many cultures have destroyed themselves? Or are you going to repeat history like everyone else? Love is the only one to change our history, our civilization. You are love. So be it. Be it right this moment. Choose to be it. All enlightened masters have taught love, like I mentioned. And it continues to fall on deaf ears and blindness. They leave us with a taste of it. The recipe, but the recipe, but no one follows it. They give us the recipe, but no one follows it. The recipe is simple. Function from your heart, not your brain. Be in the present moment in awareness and react from love every single moment. It starts in your heart and cleaning up your computer, cleaning all the stuff from your parents, religion, from society, from teachers. They all mean well. But were they all functioning from their heart, or were they functioning from somebody else that taught them this is the way to be? We all could change this. We could all come back to the heart and be heart people. Can you see the new? Can you be the new love? And it's a newness because most people can't see it. They can't feel it. Can you be that newness? Mother Teresa always said she will never go to a protest that was against anything. And look at what Gandhi did. Changed. They changed the world, expressing and being that love. Can you? But they're gone. Can you carry on that torch of light? And I say that because I could feel actually the warmth in my heart of that light. Could you carry that torch and be that torch in the midst of darkness? That work that they did was planted and it started to grow. Or will you let it wilt and die? Keep their message of life. All enlightened masters said, have taught love. You got Jesus, you got Zen, you got Buddha. There is so many masters that teach love. Are we going to let all those messages just die? I stand for love and let go of fighting and arguing, needing to be right and warring against others. Be and that being that stands up for love. We need a mass criteria of 51% of people to wake up in awareness and be that love. We have 50, and that's in science. If you could get 51%, 51% is criteria, and the atoms, the rest of them just follow up. Could we do that? Could we be that 51% and sending the love all the time out there so those people will feel the love and become that 51% so that everybody will join in and love, co-creating, sharing, loving each other, having a peaceful world? Can you be part of that percentage to the world? Will you follow suit and start sharing, co-creating in love and unity, as John Lennon said? And he was terrific. I never really knew what that song, Imagine, was all about. And it always brings tears to my eyes. It's all about love, peace, awareness, and unity. And in it, he said, imagine no borders. No borders between states, between countries. Imagine that. But I say, could you find no borders between your brothers and sisters today in love? You can make a stance, but do not do it but do it in the warmth of fullness of your heart. Do not do it in against anything. Don't be against anything. And if you want to take a stance, do it in love. You could still say, I love you. However, you hurt my feelings. You could still voice your voice, but do it from love. And if you can't do it from love, walk away. Walk away and come back when you could do it from love. I stand for love, will you? Feel it now. Put your hand in your heart. Here's where you belong. It starts with you. You have to love you. I used to think I was the ugliest duckling in this world. Back in 2004, when I went away to heal that tumor on my pancreas, and they had us doing affirmations. And the 5th day, I looked in the mirror and I said, "You are beautiful." I started crying an ocean of tears because I never thought I was beautiful. And not by my parents not telling me that I wasn't beautiful or anybody else. I did it to myself. I did it by comparing myself to others or being against this or that or whatever. Wanting to change myself, wanting to change my hair. I used to iron it. And I'm sure most of you may have done that in the past. Or I used to put those really big rollers or to wrap just to change my appearance. I didn't know I was love. You're love. Feel your heart. Here's where you belong. I love all of you. And I leave you like I always do. And these are tears of loving joy and realizing the love that I am and the love that I could share with all of you. We share that love and light. Be that love and light. Hug yourself. Send that love to yourself and give it out to the world. Stand for love because you are love. Namaste.